So Ilia Topuria just declared war on the entire Dagestani camp. And I'm not talking about regular fight promotion trash talk. I'm talking about crossing a line that no fighter has dared to cross before. El Matador just threatened to submit Islam Makhachev in front of Khabib Nurmagomedov, and then step on Khabib's head if he tries to intervene. Yeah, you heard that right. He wants to step on the eagle's head. This isn't hype, this is personal, and it's about to get ugly. In a recent interview with El Doberdan MMA, Topuria went full scorched earth mode. Here's exactly what he said. I consider my strong point to be on the ground, but lately I've accepted that it's not what the public wants to see. Although with Islam, maybe it's something the public does want to see. Then he dropped the nuke. To dominate him standing up, give him 3 or 4 punches where I need to hit him, and then submit him in front of Khabib. They're so cocky and arrogant. I would really love to submit Islam in front of him. And if Khabib wants to step in afterward, I'll gladly step on his head too. Let that sink in. He called Khabib arrogant. He threatened to humiliate Islam in front of his mentor, and then disrespect the most beloved fighter in MMA history by stepping on his head. This is next-level disrespect. This isn't promotion. This is a declaration of intent to destroy someone's legacy. So why is Topuria this fired up? Simple, he feels disrespected. Islam Makhachev moved up to welterweight at UFC 322, beat Jack Della Maddalena, and became a 2-division champion. He vacated the lightweight title that Topuria desperately wanted to fight him for. After Makhachev left, Topuria knocked out Charles Oliveira at UFC 317 to claim the vacant belt. But here's the problem. Topuria doesn't want to be seen as the guy who got the belt by default. He wants Islam. He's been calling him out for months. And Islam? He's sitting at welterweight saying he won't cut back down to 155 unless the UFC offers him a hard-to-decline payday. Topuria sees this as ducking. He called Islam the most boring thing in this game after UFC 322. He said Islam needs something he can't train, emotion. He's basically saying Islam is playing it safe, fighting guys like Della Maddalena and Dan Hooker, instead of accepting the real challenge. And you know what? There's some truth to it. Everyone knows Topuria versus Makhachev is the super fight. Even Khabib called it the biggest fight in MMA back in November. Dana White said that could happen when asked about it. Fans are begging for this fight, but it's not happening. And Topuria's frustration is boiling over into pure rage. Now let's talk facts and not just emotions. Topuria's position, current UFC lightweight champion, beat Oliveira, UFC 317. Pound for pound #2 fighter in the world. Never been knocked out or submitted in his career. First man to ever KO Max Holloway, UFC 308. Moving up, he wants Makhachev at welterweight or catchweight. Islam Makhachev's position, current UFC welterweight champion, beat Della Maddalena, UFC 322. Former lightweight champion vacated. 2-division champion. 11th in UFC history. 16-fight winning streak, tied with Anderson Silva. Refuses to cut back to 155 pounds. The problem? They're in different weight classes now. Islam's at 170. Topuria's at 155. Islam won't go down. Topuria wants to go UP. But Islam wants to defend the welterweight belt against Kamaru Usman next, not fight Topuria. Meanwhile, Topuria's on a personal hiatus dealing with some serious issues. A messy split with his partner and domestic violence allegations that he's called false. UFC scheduled an interim lightweight title fight between Justin Gaethje and Paddy Pimblett at UFC 324 in January, because Topuria won't be back until after Q1 2026. So this super fight, it's not happening anytime soon. And that's driving Topuria absolutely insane. Here's the brutal truth. Ilia Topuria just burned a bridge he can never rebuild. Khabib is untouchable in the MMA community. Disrespecting him publicly, that's career-damaging territory. If this fight happens, and that's a big if, it won't just be about titles. It'll be personal. It'll be about legacy, respect, and proving who's really the best pound-for-pound fighter on the planet. Topuria wants to submit Islam in front of Khabib to prove the Dagestani wrestling isn't unbeatable. Islam wants to ignore him and focus on bigger paydays at welterweight. And Khabib, he's staying silent. For now. But make no mistake, these words will come back to haunt Topuria. Whether it's in the octagon or in the court of public opinion, you don't disrespect the eagle and walk away clean. This story is far from over. Drop a comment. Did Topuria cross the line? Or is this just the mental warfare we need to see more of in MMA?